Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and we got some stuff to talk about here, right? One of the things that I sometimes hate about streaming my polls and doing live stuff is I don't get to poll straight away in the morning when everybody else is polling. However, today, I think it served me well. I got to wake up, make my reaction video to the banners in the shops, and these hit me in the feels a little bit, you guys. I was pretty pumped for the Halloween units, and a lack of some certain banners really kind of made me feel bad. But I sat on it all day, and I still feel bad about some of it. But I've done some, I've been able to gather my thoughts, right? And I want to make a video because I do think that my thoughts probably do reach the company a little bit. In fact, I've heard that. So I want to explain where I think they went wrong today. Like, what happened that was not perfect? I'm not going to rage. I don't do rage. Like, I never get that mad. Someone would have to hurt my kid, and then I would just kill him and go to jail. All right, so let's jump into the banners and let's talk about first what I think is just missing here. Because when you look at these, I think there's just a glaring hole, right? Something's not there. And I think it's a really big missed opportunity. Like, here's the main banner, whatever. This is the pity banner from Frederica. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Then there's the paid 5-step, like what we get. There's the 5-step for the vision card, like this banner's fine. Here's the paid for the vision card. That's great. There's a 5-step for exorcist. Those are all fine, right? Those are what you expect. Then I really like this banner, 80 mind spheres guaranteed for 2K, plus you could pull any of the units on it. That one's fine, this one's fine, and this one's fine. So most of those are good. But what's missing here is a Halloween Little Leela or Halloween Ryryu banner. Now, I'm not somebody who looks at JP and expects to get exactly what they get. Because let's be real, if we always got exactly what JP got, well, we would have gotten a lot worse stuff over time. So I don't really mind that they got hooked up with their paid banner that you got a unit at 99 or whatever and we didn't. However, I did think they would offer some kind of paid banner that was like, hey, it's a 5-step and at the end you're guaranteed to get Halloween Ryryu. Or it's a 5-step and hey, at the end you're guaranteed to get Little Leela. Even if it was paid Visior. Remember, there's a deal going on right now. People are going to have some paid Viz, and I really think they missed an opportunity to cash in on some people buying some paid Viz right now. And I think it's going to hurt them. I think they goofed here, and people will just save their paid Visior for a later unit. We have the ability to know what's coming, and we know there's some really, really good stuff coming in later. So let me put some quotes on the screen here. I posted about this earlier in the day, and I got some good quotes. They were everywhere from mad, people really angry, to most people being somewhere in the middle, to some people saying they really like this. So if you look at the top quote here, it says, to be honest, this is one of the first times in a long time they're screwing with us. And I think you can read on there about how they talk about Elena and stuff, but there was a lot of that. I think people had kind of fallen into a pattern with the game, felt like, hey, I kind of trust what we're getting. Usually we're getting some kind of deal. And I think that the line, to be honest, this is one of the first times in a long time they're screwing with us, I think that captured a lot of the hate that's out there right now and a lot of the anger that's out there right now. And so, okay, but most people have fallen into those yellow boxes you see on the screen right there. I especially love Paul Erickson's post. This just nails it for me. It's really short. He says, I'm going to hashtag stay strong for Final Fantasy 15 anyway, so this just makes it easier to skip. Yup, that's exactly right. The other post in yellow there talks about how you should always probably save at least 40k Viz so you can make sure and pity a unit anyway. And yeah, you should do that. That's smart. However, people are people. And Paul there is basically saying, look, I'm saving for 15, but had they dangled out some little paid step up for Leela or Fred or something like that, I'd have probably splurged a little bit. And I think a lot of people are Paul. I think Paul represents a humongous, I was going to make up a word there, for some reason, a humongous percent of the player base who, when they see a deal, will spend some money, will spend some Visior that they were otherwise saving for Noctis, maybe for the new like elemental characters coming later, and then it'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do 5k for a shot at Zombie Ryryu's TMR, something like that. So I really think they missed an opportunity there. Now, for like the next quote, Gamma Fighter's just saying like, hey, you should probably save up 40k anyway, otherwise you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. Yes, and that one's important for a reason I'm going to come back to later. And then John here at the bottom represents a group of people that do exist today. And he says like, look, I have a hot take. I believe this banner is actually great for people who haven't gotten the Halloween units before. Hear me out. And he goes on to explain like why he thinks this banner's actually pretty good, etc. Now, let's go back and look at the game. And what I want to talk about here is this banner right here. Okay, here's a take that I have about this pity system, because a lot of people hate this pity system. Hear me out. For these limited units, I think this pity system is dramatically superior to the regular pity system. Only for this one. Only for limited units. For regular units, no, you don't want this. But if you've been saving, let's say you're somebody who saved 45,000 Viz, and you've been saving for like a month and a half, you got 45k, and you're going for Halloween Frederica. She's your girl you're going for. If the regular pity system exists and you had to go all the way to pity and then trade your coins in for the unit, most of the Visior you saved is gone and all you have is the unit. That's it. You cashed everything in and came away with a level 1 unit and 0 shards. That feels shitty. And I know because I've done it before. I've watched a lot of people do it before. Degen typically has similar luck to me, and we've pitied some limited, especially double cost units. Now, it's way better to fill out a pity bar, get the unit on the next pull for free, then still be able to cash in your shards for Mind Spheres. And so I actually don't hate this pity bar. Now, if you're different than me on that one, that's fine. I think that's I'll give and take with you on that one. I think that's a matter of opinion. But I want to talk about another thing that I actually think they did right in this, and that's in the Mog Shop, and it has to do with these medals. Okay, if you went all the way to pity on just the main banner, you could essentially double pity. I kind of like that. That's cool. And you know what? In the future, just add more units to the pity gauges. Like, that's fine. Whenever you do a collab rerun, just put the old units in there for the pity medals. I hope that's a change they just keep. Also give us banners for them. That would be great too. But put them in the pity medal shop. That's an awesome deal. Also, all their shards are in here. That's good. But here's the big thing I want to talk about that they did right here. And this is something that I hope they keep in the game. Like, I'm making this video in hopes that they see they see my ideas and that they see my little community response there and they act on it in some way. Here's something I want them to do. Keep this other stuff in this shop, especially like the blossoms, the rainbow mats, the prisms, like these burst pots are really valuable. Keep them in here, because even though like our dude was saying earlier, you should always save 40k to pull, a lot of people won't. A lot of people will just take a flyer with 10k. Maybe they're like, look, I'm gonna do 5 pulls. If I get them, I'm going in. If I miss, I'm not going in. And they miss. Well, in the past, if you missed, what did you do with those? What did you do with those tokens? Like smoke them? I don't know. That's weird. Now, at least you could get 5 Blossoms of Paradise for your effort and feel a little bit better about backing off. If you go in just a little bit, you just dip your toe into the water here and you decide, ooh, the water's too hot, I don't want to swim, you can back out. You can take some Blossoms of Paradise with you and just go EX an old unit. Go EX Shadow Links and solo Dark Selection Quest. That's what I'm going to do here in a minute. I think this is a fantastic addition to the game, but it's like the frustrating part is, and I think this is what a lot of people were frustrated with today, is these steps forward, right? Like the improvement to the coin shop. Yeah, that's steps forward, but missing out on the old Halloween units for a lot of new players feels like 2 steps backwards. And it would have just been nice to have some way of getting them. And I think that's where the bad feelings came from today. So if anybody who makes decisions for the company is watching this video, think about some newer players sometimes, and think about like having an easier way to access those units, besides just having to pull on other units' banners and pity them with the medals. That being the only way is really limiting, and I think it's costing you guys money. I think people are just saying, okay, that's fine. Oberon's coming. Noctis is coming. I'll just say, hey, there's some Earth units right there. I'm going to put my Visior back in my pocket. This is a fake. Holy God, I just learned. This is a fake pocket. I tried to put Visior in there. What a scam. It's a fake pocket. How much should I pay for this vest? That person is fired. Anyway, that's my little thought there. Like I said, totally not a ranting video, because I actually think that like many of the banners here are pretty good. Especially I like the main banner. Where's Halloween Little Lula's banner? Where's Ryryu's banner? Okay, that's it, guys. I hope this video was like useful to some people, or at least that's my thoughts on it. And I feel like I maybe owed my thoughts on it for some reason as a content creator for this game. I felt pressured to make this video, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if this video is a net positive or not, but I liked it. So have a good day, everybody. Good luck on your polls if you are polling. See you later. Peace.